the Cook County Board is considering a 4-cent additional gas tax to go to anti-violence programs, not jobs for youth, which have, black youth particularly have an astronomical unemployment rate, but also for the disabled. There's something there for everybody. There's, more police, which some people don't want, but sheriffs coming into the neighborhoods. Does that have a chance that we bring our county gas tax up to about 10 cents per gallon?
I would think that they better hurry up and do it before the state and the city does the same idea.
Everybody's going to go for the gas.
Of course they are when the gas prices are this low. I kind of wonder if there may be a compromise, a meeting in the middle.
Not quite 4 cents.
Right.
You are shaking your head.
I just think this is such a bad idea. I think that you can't audit. The problem is real. Youth unemployment, youth violence. The part of the thing that I think would fix this would be not so much emphasis on raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour. I know it's not a huge issue here in Chicago, but it is in a lot of other cities. Those are entry-level small business jobs where youth get great opportunities to work. How about, rather than creating out of whole cloth a job program of cleaning an empty lot somewhere, make a business climate here where lower wage, entry-level jobs are more apparent. I worked in ice cream and delivering pizzas for 4 years.
Grown people are doing those jobs now because because the unemployment level among them is so high. The paper boy's not a boy anymore. So I agree. I do wish that if a young person doesn't have to make $15 an hour, and I've talked to them, they'd be happy making 10. But a grown person is who's doing those jobs at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot easier said than done. I mean, the business climate, at least in the city of Chicago, has been, there have been some challenges, especially in some of those challenged neighborhoods where unemployment, so for example, in my neighborhood, is around 67% for African-American males between 16 and 24. So there does need to be an immediate solution. I think they will have to meet somewhere in the middle. I mean, when you implement these taxes, the thing is, they never disappear.
Right.
And so next year we'll do another 4-cent tax on the cloud or on some other service that really taxpayers are already paying for, and that's my concern.
$50 million is what this is supposed to raise, this 4-cent tax, and it's not just going to be paid for by people in Cook County.
Anybody who drives through and gets gas.
I don't live in Cook County anymore, and I drive into Chicago all the time. I'll be paying for that. It's the highest area of the whole country many times is the Chicago area, and so much of it has to do with these taxes, and you wonder where this money's going, and I just don't, I think it's a solution to a real problem, but it's the wrong solution.
So if they could raise $50 million even through this tax, what would you put that $50 million to?
Back to the people, back to the community where entrepreneurs can start businesses and hire many of these kids.
And hire some people. So it works out to, they say, about $28 per year for the average motorist buying gas. And I think if people were confident that that was going to make a big difference, that they wouldn't begrudge that $28. But there have been some problems in the past with the way some of these things are administered.
And we should call into attention the $50 million that the mayor raised, I believe it was a couple of years ago, to address anti-violence programs as well. So the question is, with that money that was raised...
was that next Chicago or
exactly,
Get in Chicago? I can't lost track.
Questions around how that funding has been used and how effective it's been. Seeing the spike in violence, how effective was that $50 million?
Right. Governor Quinn is also facing his own questions over a program that he had that seemed to be more of a campaign fund than it was jobs. But I do still come back to, you have to have some kind of concrete solution. You can't just say, boy, I wish we could hire everyone. Here's one way to fund a program. If there's some kind of safeguards, I'm not sure how you get those.
You got to have some transparency, accountability. Tom Dart's thinking it's a good idea. He comes with a little more credibility than most elected officials. He supports this idea.
And who would like to run for mayor as well. So he's got.
They've been saying that for years. I'm not sure how they've kept him from doing that.
I think it's this time we might see it.